Are you a seller that's afraid to sell in this current market? Hi, I'm Holly Amato, real estate specialist, and today I want to go through 3 major options that you have as a seller to enter into this market without the fear of being homeless. So first of all, if you have a lot of equity in your home, which a lot of people do, because if you refinanced back a couple years ago when the rates were down around 3%, you're more than likely sitting on a good amount of equity as long as you've been in your house 5 to 7 years, let's say. And so what you can do is something called a HELOC, or home equity line of credit. What this does, this allows you to borrow money out of the equity in your home. So let's say, for example, you have a home that would easily sell for $500,000 on today's market. And of course you would reach out to me and I'll give you numbers and where you would transact. But let's say you only owe $300 on it. That gives us $200,000 to work with on equity. Now, you have to talk to your lender or the bank because they have different numbers. I believe it's 75 to 80% of that equity that you can borrow on the equity of your home to pull out and use as a down payment on your next home. The nice thing about this is that you don't even have to be listed yet to do that. But one thing I want to make clear, always important to meet with a really good real estate agent to let you know, show you the market statistics in your area to make sure that you know what your house is worth, you know what it would likely transact at when it's on the market, and how many days it's taking to get a contract, and then of course, how many days to closing. This is important because once you've pulled that money out, of course, you're gonna wanna list your home and get it under contract so you can get all that paid off so you're not paying any interest on it or much interest on it for too long. You don't want to hold that over too long. That's one option. The second option also involves your lender or your bank, and this is called a bridge loan. Now, I want to say that not all lenders have this loan product, so you have to reach out to your bank or your lender to see if they do. If you don't have someone, please call me because I have great lenders that are able to work with both of these products that I'm speaking about today. So what you do is you apply for what's called a bridge loan. A bridge loan is just that. It's a bridge between this home that you're currently in and the next home you'd like to purchase. And for not a lot of money, you're able to pull the equity, same kind of scenario in a way, out of the home that you have where it would likely transact. And you're able to more than likely get more money with this option than just doing a home equity line of credit. And again, the lenders can explain that in really great detail, but you're able to get the next home under contract. And then you can list your home without being contingent on the sale of your home. See, that's what's happening right now. So many buyers that need to sell are not able to compete with buyers who don't need to sell because sellers are savvy and smart, and they know that if they have to depend on you selling your house in order to buy their house, that could be an issue because they don't know who your buyer is. They don't know the fitness of that buyer financially. And of course, these are things that agents are supposed to be checking into, but we only know so much. We can only gauge so much. We can only ask so many questions, and we have to go with what the information we're given. So these are 2 options that really allow you to go out and shop for a home, knowing that you can put in an offer without contingent on selling. The third one that I wanted to talk about today, if you're a seller and neither one of those options will work for you. Let's say that maybe you don't have as much equity in your home. Maybe you just bought it and your job changed and now you've got to move to another city or another state and you just don't have that level of equity in the home, or you're not able to get the bridge approved for whatever reason. There's something called a seller contingency. I'm sure you've heard about buyer contingencies, buyer concessions. You know, usually we're talking about a buyer when we're talking about contingencies in this realm, but there is such thing as a seller contingency. And all that means we can list your home pursuant to you finding the home that you choose, not just any old home, the home that you want. You're not closing and not moving forward until you find the home that you want. So this one's a little bit more challenging just because buyers who may need a place sooner than later, they're not sure how long it'll take for you to find the home. So you want to make sure in this option for sure, you're working with an agent who is not a part-time agent, who's not a fly-by-night agent, and knows the market and really has a strategic plan to find you your home. And that's a totally different day and a totally different video. But that's going to be really important because you're going to want to get out there and find the home of your dreams, the home that you see yourself moving into, because that way the buyer's not waiting too long and everything can move forward. These are 3 great options if you're a seller looking to sell in this market. And hey, I know the rate right now, currently, October 26, 2023, is 8%. But just remember, in about a year or so, when those rates come down, we're going to see a flood of activity again. We're more than likely going to see prices going up, and buyers are going to be offering over ask, higher than they are right now. Back kind of similar to what we saw in 2021, 20, 30, 40,000 over ask, because they see the rate has come down and they want to take advantage of that. I challenge you to get with your lender, or you can give me a call. Let's take an actual look at an amortization scale in 1 year or 18 months. How much is the differential in 2 percentage points on the rate? And then looking at 20, 30, or 40,000 over ask, depending on the market that you'd be looking in and your price point. I think you'll find it's a great opportunity to buy now and just refinance when the rates come back. If you have any other questions, give me a call anytime. Again, I'm Holly Amato, real estate specialist with the Home Team EXP. And with me, it's always more than a move.